Hey everybody, it's Brandon again. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining me again in one of my skincare videos. Today I'm actually reviewing a drugstore favorite. Not necessarily my favorite, but we'll get into that. But before I get into that, thank you so much for watching my video. Please give this video a like, hit the subscribe button down below. It really helps me grow my channel so I can reach more people, and I really appreciate it. So today, without further ado, I'm going to be reviewing the CeraVe Hydrating Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 30 Face Sheer Tint. Now this is a drugstore mineral only sunscreen, a physical sunscreen. It only contains zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. It's marketed as a sort of universal tint. It has iron oxides, which provide a sort of flesh-like color, if you will. And that sort of helps to bring down the white cast associated with mineral sunscreens. And mineral sunscreens, just a little overview and background. The zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, they aren't chemicals, they are minerals from the earth that basically sit on the skin, provide a barrier from UV radiation. UV is it aggravates a lot of skin conditions. It's also the #1 cause of skin aging. So having an agent like sunscreen on your skin every single day can help to combat the effects of UV damage, of visible light even. There's some evidence to suggest that the iron oxides can help protect against visible light, which helps to potentially protect against hyperpigmentation, particularly in dark skin types. So the CeraVe product is a very popular drugstore-based mineral tinted sunscreen, primarily because of the price point. It is a really good price point. I think I snagged this online for like $8. I think there was like a sale. I think it's a little bit higher than that right now. But just a background on CeraVe as a company, I actually really like CeraVe. I have no qualms with them whatsoever. I actually reviewed 3 of their products on my website, one being the tinted mineral sunscreen. I actually gave a sort of broad overview of the 3 CeraVe products you basically should have in your cabinet right now before you do anything else. The basic necessities that you should have, and that was a cleanser, a moisturizer, and a sunscreen, and especially a tinted mineral sunscreen. I just find them more robust. I think that they're more robust than chemical filters, which have a shorter protective time. I mean, they degrade in light, especially avobenzone, which we have in the States, that protect against UVA, which are the aging rays. But anyway, CeraVe, the name is derived, the prefix Cera is derived from the fact that they infuse ceramides in their products. And if you remember back to my CeraVe, my 3 product CeraVe video, I talked about ceramides as being the main classes of lipids that are in the skin matrix, along with cholesterol as well as lipids, or cholesterol and fatty acids basically. Ceramides are important for hydration, skin hydration, and proper skin barrier function. Your skin barrier and having a good skin barrier function is essential for protecting your skin from outside irritants, pollutants, exposures to the elements, etc., etc. And like I said, ceramides are found in the skin. They're in high abundance in the skin, but as time goes on, your skin starts to produce fewer and fewer ceramides. And as a direct result, you have a less robust skin protection or skin barrier function protection. You have more dryness in the skin. And there's some really good evidence to suggest that the topical application of ceramides can actually help to replenish the ceramides in your skin and thus improve skin hydration, improve skin barrier function. And that's sort of the basis at which the company is built on. This isn't I feel like I'm selling these products, but this isn't a sponsored post, or they're not paying me anything. I do have some affiliate links down below if you want to check out some of the products, like the Sheer Tint Mineral Sunscreen. The prefix is CeraVe, but the suffix, the VE part, it's derived from the company's patented technology called multivesicular emulsion that they have developed and patented and have included in all their products. The company says that this MVE, which is where the ending of the CeraVe is derived from, that the MVB can actually help to deliver a sustained infusion of the moisturizing and hydrating ingredients in the skin over time. So it's not like a rush and then it's done. The technology supposedly delivers these hydrating ingredients in the products into the skin throughout the day, up to 24 hours. So it helps to keep the skin barrier hydrated and functioning properly over that span of time, so that you are, your skin is staying hydrated hydrated and you're not going to have that water loss, that transepidermal water loss that occurs with, you know, possibly other lotions or sunscreens that you use. And now the CeraVe products generally contain 3 types of ceramides. So ceramide EP, ceramide AP, and I think ceramide EOP. And these are just 3 different types of ceramides that they include in their product. And it's actually included in the sunscreen as well. A lot of research suggests that in different dermatologic conditions like psoriasis, for example, these subclasses of ceramide are significantly lowered, thus resulting in the dry patches of skin as well as the pruritus or itchy skin that may also be related to other things. But the idea is just topically replenishing the ceramides in the skin to help improve skin barrier function and hydration. So on to the review of the tinted CeraVe sunscreen, mineral sunscreen. I'm actually going to apply it on my face and then you know, just give you my thoughts of how I think it looks. But this sunscreen, the CeraVe Tinted Mineral Sunscreen, was something that I was initially really excited about because I always reach for mineral only sunscreens. Even when I know that I'm not gonna be going out or, you know, seeing people, sometimes I'll actually just apply a purely mineral sunscreen on my face and just have a white cast and be totally fine with it, even, you know, just to have that protection, extra protection from the light and the UV that's coming through the windows. But I love tinted mineral sunscreens in particular because, again, it's gonna have that robust protection with the minerals, and you're gonna have just that blocking power that zinc oxide in particular provides. But the iron oxides in here, like I said, help to provide a nice tint, so it really blends into your skin tone. It doesn't make it look like you have sort of this white, ghostly, zombie, ghost-looking appearance that sort of isn't, you know, socially acceptable. Again, it doesn't really matter, I guess. You know, technically, you could just go out and rock a white cast if you want to, because you know you're gonna be getting protection from the sun that ages and rages and burns and causes skin cancer, etc. And also it had a really good price point. I bought it on Amazon. I guess it must have been on sale or something because I got it for only $8 and I think it's like up to maybe $14 I think right now. It's a 1.7 fluid ounce bottle. So like a lot of tinted sunscreens, it doesn't have a lot. I think the other tinted sunscreens that I use are like the dermatology sunscreen as well as the Elta MD. Those are combination and mineral sunscreens respectively. I think the Elta MD has more. I think it's like 2 fluid ounces, so you get more out of it. But again, this is substantially lower in price compared to the Elta MD. I was hoping it would be sort of like an Elta MD dupe that I could get from now on, because Elta MD, the SPF 41 tinted mineral sunscreen is, I think it's like $33 or something like that for two fluid ounces. I could be wrong in regards to the weight, but yeah, it's quite pricey. I mean, a lot of the tinted mineral sunscreens are quite pricey. And another thing that this sunscreen provides is niacinamide. Niacinamide is a B vitamin form of B3 that can help to reduce redness and aid in skin brightness. There's some evidence to suggest that niacinamide may actually help to combat wrinkles and the effects of UV exposure, i.e. hyperpigmentation. UV visible light really drives hyperpigmentation. So there's some evidence to suggest that niacinamide may be protective in that aspect. The tinted dermatology sunscreen, which I also reviewed on this channel, you can go check that out later after this video, but that also has niacinamide in it as well. The caveat with that one is it's a combination of zinc oxide and a chemical filter, octinoxate. So if you're not into applying chemicals on your skin for whatever reason, that may not be a good option for you. I think the Elta MD sunscreen, which I again also reviewed on my channel, you can check that out later, that is a purely mineral sunscreen, so that may be a better choice. I'll get into that in a minute. Also, there's salicylic acid in this sunscreen. I don't know if you're sort of, I don't know, if that irritates your skin for whatever reason, you may not want to pick this. I don't think it's very high up on the ingredient list. I think it's kind of like in the middle. Salicylic acid, it's dried from nature. It's a very natural ingredient. It's commonly used to treat acne. There's some interesting research to suggest that salicylic acid may also absorb UV radiation, so it may have additional photoprotective effects, but it depends on the formulation, it depends on the concentration, so you can't really rely on salicylic acid alone, but it is interesting to note that it may potentially help to absorb extra UV radiation. Okay, so the things that I don't really like about this sunscreen is that it does have a sort of orangish tint, at least to my skin. You can see that my skin is fairly pale. I mean, I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder right now and I see that it's not, I mean, it's like Fitzpatrick Phototype maybe 2. So I can get a good tan. I can tan very well. I can also burn. So I'm sort of like a combination between the two skin types, but I'm just gonna put it on my hand first so I can show you what the color looks like. Now, I actually should compare this to the Elta MD. Let me see if I can So it looks like it's a little darker than my skin tone. Again, my skin tone's fairly pale. But I'll just rub it in sort of my hands so you can see. And it's definitely a very shiny, hydrating ingredient. As you can see side by side. Oh my gosh. Do you see that? Oh, that looks like makeup or something. I don't know. I mean, do you see how shiny it is? Like, it doesn't really dry down matte. At least not very quickly. That's one thing that I've noticed about this sunscreen, and I'll apply it to my face, but one thing I noticed about this sunscreen is that it's very shiny, and I guess it's just because it's very moisturizing. There are no oils, but it just sort of looks like kind of wet. I personally like the wet look. I like the shiny, I don't know. I like the shiny, wet, hydrating look. I don't mind it at all. Let me just go ahead and apply this to my face so you can see how it looks on the face. I find like sometimes how it goes on the hand and the face are not the same. So let me just go ahead and apply it. I may be totally wrong. Like, it may like look perfect in the video and my review is gonna just be like, I don't like this, and then it's actually really good. I may change my opinion after I apply this. I don't know. Just stay tuned, shall you? Just stay tuned. Okay, so I do the dot method. Make sure I get under my eyes. It doesn't look like I'm applying that much at all. I can't even see how much I've applied, to be honest. Okay. It goes on really smooth though. It feels really nice. Like, and it goes on really smooth as well. It's not chalky. It's not super thick like you would expect from a mineral sunscreen. But as you can see it going on my face, it's so much darker than like my neck. Oh my God. And it's also orange, like, right? Honestly, I wouldn't mind this, especially like in the summer, and especially if I was going to get like a fake spray tan or something, which is very unlike me. I don't know, I would never do that, but it would just sort of like match. It would definitely make me, like, if I was going to the beach, which also again isn't like me, but if I was, it would give me a nice look, sort of like color fake tan. Like, I'm definitely, do you see how dark this, like, orange-ish it looks on me? I don't know. I don't know if I like it or if I'm just like, this is too orange, it's too dark, it doesn't match the rest of my skin. Like, look at this. It looks like I've been like, I don't know, working with like a lot of carrots. Like, I've been juicing carrots or something. I don't know. That's just sort of how it looks to me. But like, as you can see, it's really shiny. Even whenever I spent quite a few minutes there just trying to like let it dry down a little, but it's still like shiny. Again, I like the shiny look and I like the moisturizing look, but I know a lot of people don't. A lot of people want a sort of matte look to their sunscreens. They don't want it to make it look like they're wet or sweaty or anything like that. And I totally understand that. I totally get that. This may not be the sunscreen for you if you're wanting that matte look. It also may not be the best sunscreen for you if you are a pale skin type like me, because it's going to just, there's going to be like too much contrast with the rest of your body unless you are, I don't know, doing some type of tinted body moisturizer all over your skin, or you're getting a spray tan or something. The reason why I just don't know if I like it or not is because sometimes like I see people with like tans, and even though I would never like sun-induced tans, even though I would never do that, sometimes I think about like getting a spray tan and think about like it kind of looks good on them, so maybe it'll look good on me, and maybe like a little color would make me just look more alive and human, I guess. Yeah, I just don't know, like, I don't know. Like, what do you think? Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about sort of the color that this sunscreen provides me versus previously. I don't know. Like, I feel like in the summer, I may use this more frequently than I do in the winter. But even though I don't use this regularly, I'm definitely going to use this up. I don't like to be wasteful. I like to just use things up, even though there's no benefit to it, or, you know, I may not like it better than other sunscreens or other products. But I'm interested to hear what you guys thought about this review. What do you think about this sunscreen? Have you used it? Leave me your comments down below. Let me know what you think in the comments. Again, I'm gonna use this. I like the fact that it's a mineral only sunscreen. It's tinted. It provides me some good color. I still don't really know if I can use this full time. I don't know. It's such a drastic difference. I feel like the color is good. It can be attractive, but I'm glad you got to see it on my skin. And if you're also a pale skin type or even a darker skin type, I'm not exactly sure what it's gonna look like on people with deeper skin tones. Just look at the reviews, look at what other people are saying that are in your skin type. And you know, for me, it's definitely orange. It's definitely a little on the orange side, but I don't know. If you like this color, then definitely get it. If you don't, if it's too orange for you, steer clear, go toward either the Dermatology Tinted Sunscreen or the Elta MD Tinted Sunscreen. I really like those two. Those are my top two tinted sunscreen recommendations. Elta MD for the purely mineral. Thank you for sticking around and watching me put on this hydrating CeraVe tinted sunscreen. I really enjoyed doing it. I want to do more videos like this. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button down below, and I will see you in the next one.